All right, everyone get ready.
Yeah.
Because we are going deep today,
Let's
deep
run.
into the Toltec Path to Freedom,
Yeah,
which, it's a book
it is.
that promises to help us break free from, well, from ourselves.
Okay.
Those self-limiting beliefs and
Yeah.
habits that we all have
We all have them.
that keep us playing small.
Yeah.
So we're going on a quest to kind of dismantle those.
Using ancient wisdom.
Ancient wisdom, that's right.
Cool.
This book, The Toltec Path to Freedom,
Yeah.
really emphasizes this idea of domestication.
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 You're making me think about, like, house training a puppy.
It's not that far off, actually.
Okay.
Think about it.
Right.
So we grow up, and we're learning all these rules
Yeah.
and these beliefs about the world,
Okay.
about how we should behave, what success is.
Mm.
It's almost like we get handed this pre-programmed script.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
But what's wrong with that?
Oh, isn't that how we fit into society?
I mean, yeah. Sometimes, that script, maybe it worked for us as kids.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
now it might be holding us back from
Yeah.
really, living our most authentic life.
So we need to rewrite the script.
Yeah, kind of.
How do we even begin to do that?
Well, that's where the 5 agreements come in.
Okay.
They're kind of like
Okay.
tools for hacking that old program.
I like that, hacking it.
Yeah.
Right.
And then creating a new reality more aligned with who we really are.
I am intrigued. Let's hear about these agreements.
All right.
Lay it on me.
So the first one,
Yeah.
it's all about the power of words.
Okay.
Be impeccable with your word.
All right.
It might sound simple,
Right.
but the Toltecs, they believed that words,
Yeah.
they have real power to shape reality.
So it's more than just like avoiding gossip or white lies.
It's deeper, yeah.
It's deeper. Okay.
It's about how our words impact ourselves
Yeah.
and the world around us.
I see how that ties into the whole domestication thing, right?
Yeah, it does.
Like we've been conditioned to use words in certain ways
Yeah.
without even realizing it that we're doing. But if we can become more aware of it,
Yes,
then we can kind of
that's the first step.
shift that
Yeah, like
dynamic.
every word we speak,
Hmm.
it's like a seed that we're planting.
Ooh,
And so words of kindness and encouragement,
right.
they nourish,
Yeah.
they uplift.
But negative words,
But
judgmental words. Aren't
yeah, they can have a lasting impact,
they? Right.
not just on others,
Yeah.
but on ourselves.
I can see that.
Yeah.
So imagine if everyone was a little more intentional
Absolutely.
with their words. Imagine it would change the world.
The ripple effect would be huge.
Yeah.
Huge.
So it's like the foundation
I think so.
for everything else, right?
Yeah.
This first agreement, we got to be impeccable with our words.
Mm-hmm.
But we're all human.
We are.
And we mess up. So
We're going to slip up.
what happens when we say something we regret?
It happens.
Yeah.
It's not about being perfect.
Right.
It's about striving to be aware.
Okay.
So if you catch yourself being careless, with your words
Yeah.
or unkind,
Acknowledge it.
just acknowledge it, learn from it,
Okay.
and move on.
So it's about progress.
It is
Not perfection.
progress, not perfection. Yeah,
I like that.
Yeah.
That's encouraging.
it is.
Okay. So we've got this foundation
Foundation.
of being impeccable with our words.
Right.
What's the next tool we need
Tool number 2.
to break free from this domestication
Right.
and start rewriting
Rewriting.
scripts?
Okay, this is where it gets interesting.
Okay, I'm ready.
The second agreement
Yeah.
is don't take anything personally.
Wait, are you saying I shouldn't care what people think?
No.
No, not at all.
Right.
It's not about that.
All right.
It's about understanding that other people's actions
Okay.
and their words,
Yeah.
they're really a reflection of their internal world,
So,
their own domestication, you could say.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's say someone criticizes my work.
Okay.
You're saying I should just shrug it off.
Not necessarily,
Okay.
but it is about taking a step back
Right.
and realizing their reaction. It's probably filtered through all their own stuff.
Their own baggage.
Yeah, their baggage, their experiences, their beliefs.
So you're saying it's more about them
Yes.
than it is about me?
Absolutely.
Even if they're being unreasonable.
Think of it this way.
Okay.
Everyone's walking around
Yeah.
with this invisible backpack full of their own stories
Interesting.
and their fears and their baggage.
Okay.
And sometimes that stuff spills out
It spills over. Yeah.
onto others.
So instead of taking it personally.
I can try to see it as them just kind of spilling over.
Yeah. That's a good way to look at it.
Okay, that's helpful.
Yeah.
So it's not about condoning bad behavior.
No, not at all.
But it is about freeing yourself
Freeing yourself.
from the burden
No,
of their negativity.
That's right.
This is blowing my mind
Yeah.
a little bit.
It can be a game changer.
Yeah, in so many areas of life.
Absolutely.
So if we can just master these first two,
The first two, yeah.
be impeccable with our word, don't take anything personally,
You got it.
we're on our way
We're on our way.
to rewriting that old script
That's right.
and creating a more
A more empowered.
reality.
Absolutely. But remember,
Okay,
these are lifelong practices,
right.
not quick fixes.
No shortcuts to freedom.
Nope.
Got it. So what's the next tool
Tool number 3,
in our arsenal?
all about communication
Okay.
and clarity.
All right.
Don't make assumptions.
Oh, isn't assuming things just part of them
It is
being human?
part of being human, yeah.
How can we
Oh.
possibly
We do it all the time,
navigate the world?
especially unconsciously.
Yeah,
But
without making any assumptions.
those assumptions, they
Yeah.
can lead to a lot of problems.
Like what?
Misunderstandings, conflicts,
Right?
drama.
Can you give me an example?
Sure.
Okay.
Let's say your partner comes home from work
Okay.
in a bad mood.
Yeah.
You might assume they're upset with you.
Oh, I do that.
Yeah, and that could
Totally.
lead to an argument.
Right, right.
But maybe they're
Yeah.
just having a bad day,
Right.
stress from work
Mm,
or something.
something else is going on.
Yeah, totally unrelated to you.
Okay, I see.
Mhm.
So instead of jumping to conclusions,
Right.
we gotta ask questions.
Ask questions.
Communicate
Communicate.
openly and honestly.
That's the key.
So it's about replacing assumptions with curiosity.
Yes.
Okay.
And empathy.
Instead of assuming we know what's going on,
Mm.
we can just
Ask questions.
ask.
Try to understand.
Does that make sense?
And this applies to
Yeah.
our relationships with others,
Okay.
but also to ourselves.
Ourselves, what do you mean?
We make assumptions
Okay.
about our abilities, our
Uh-huh.
worthiness,
Mm.
our limitations
Yeah, all the time.
all the time.
So this third agreement
Yes.
is about questioning everything,
questioning everything.
internally and externally.
That's right.
We're challenging those old scripts,
Yes.
starting to write our own narrative.
Absolutely.
Powerful stuff.
It is powerful.
But questioning
Agreed.
doesn't mean
Rejecting everything.
rejecting everything. No.
Right.
It's about approaching everything with an open mind,
Okay. An open mind.
willing to learn and grow.
Okay. So we're questioning.
Questioning.
We're communicating.
Communicating.
We're trying to understand
Yeah.
ourselves and others
That's it.
more deep.
Yes.
That's the next step
Step number 4.
in our journey.
I'm just
of
snubbering.
journey.
Always do your best.
All right. That sounds like a motivational poster.
I know, right?
Always do your best.
Right? But it's actually quite profound.
Okay. I'm ready.
There.
When I hear do your best, I always think I have to push myself to the limit.
Okay.
Strive for perfection. Right?
No, not at all.
Okay.
It's not about that.
Right.
The key is to understand that your best
Okay.
will change
It will change.
every day,
Okay.
depending on your energy levels,
Right.
your circumstances,
Yeah.
your emotional state.
So some days my best is running a marathon,
Maybe.
and some days
And some days.
it's just getting out of bed.
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's okay to have those low energy days
It is.
where I don't get anything done.
It is.
Doesn't that contradict always do your best?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because the point is
yeah.
to release that pressure.
Of having to perform at this,
Right.
perfect level
Yeah.
all the time.
That makes sense.
And when we accept ourselves wherever we are,
Mm.
then the magic really happens.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, we can just focus on doing what we can
Yeah.
in that moment
Okay.
with what we've got.
I like that a lot.
Yeah,
That's a good perspective.
it is.
It's giving ourselves permission
Permission
to be human. That's right.
to have the good days and the bad days
Yeah.
and just do what we can
That's it.
without beating ourselves up.
Yeah. And when we do that,
Yeah.
we often find our best just naturally expands. We're
Right,
not
so-
so limited by all that self-judgment.
Okay, this is resonating with me.
I'm glad.
I can see how this fourth agreement,
Agreement number 4.
always do your best,
Mm-hmm.
ties into all the other ones.
It does. It all works together.
If we're not taking things personally,
Mm-hmm.
we're being impeccable with our word.
We're avoiding those assumptions.
That's right.
We're creating space
Fair face.
for ourselves
For ourselves to show up
to
authentically.
show up
Yeah.
and just do our best,
Our best.
whatever that looks like.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, this is incredible.
It is.
We got 4 agreements.
Up or down.
that are already shifting my perspective.
Yeah.
You mentioned there's 5.
We do have one more.
All right, what's that final piece?
The final piece of the puzzle.
A puzzle.
It's be skeptical, but learn to listen.
Wait, how can we be skeptical and open to listening at the same time?
That's the thing.
Okay.
They seem contradictory,
Yeah.
but it's really about finding that balance.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Okay.
Let's unpack this a little further.
Let's do it.
All right, so we left off
We did.
talking about the 5th agreement.
The 5th one, yeah.
Be skeptical, but learn to listen.
That's it.
Help me out here.
Right.
How can we be both?
Well, we often think of skepticism as this negative thing. Cynical.
Right, closed off.
Yeah. But true skepticism,
Okay.
it's more about approaching information carefully, asking questions,
Okay.
not blindly accepting everything.
So like critical thinking.
Yeah, like healthy critical thinking.
Okay.
It's about
Yeah.
questioning those ingrained beliefs,
Those things we never question.
the truths that we just inherit from our culture, our upbringing,
Right. All of that.
our domestication.
Domestication, exactly.
You're making me think about all the things
Yeah.
we just accept as normal.
That's right.
Like, why do we wear certain clothes?
Exactly.
Why do we celebrate certain holidays?
Yeah.
We never stop to think about it.
We don't.
We just do it.
That's the kind of questioning
Okay,
this agreement encourages.
so look beyond the surface.
Beyond the surface.
Ask why.
Why are we doing this?
Okay, I see.
Does it still work for us?
Right. Is there a better way? Exactly.
All right, so that's skepticism.
The skepticism piece.
What about the learn to listen part?
Yes.
How does that work
Right.
with skepticism?
It's recognizing that
Mhm.
even if we disagree with someone,
Right.
there's still value in listening to them.
That's a tough one.
It is. I feel like
these days.
everyone's just ready to argue.
They are.
Nobody wants to listen.
Yeah, and that's why
Yeah.
this agreement is so important.
Okay.
It's about stepping outside
Right.
of our echo chambers
Yeah.
and engaging with different views,
Even if
they challenge our beliefs.
even if they make us uncomfortable.
Exactly.
But isn't there a risk there?
Mm,
If we're too open-minded,
okay.
what about misinformation
Sure, but
or bad arguments?
it's not about
Yeah.
accepting everything you hear.
Okay.
It's about being willing to hear someone out,
Okay.
to consider their viewpoint, and then to
Yeah.
use our critical thinking skills to
Yeah.
decide for ourselves.
Exactly.
So we're holding these two opposite ideas
Oh, got it.
in our minds at the same time,
Yeah, it's a balance.
questioning everything,
Mm-hmm.
but also
But also open
open.
to hearing different perspectives
And when we can do that,
when we can do
I'll open ourselves up
to new possibilities,
new understanding,
new understandings,
a deeper
and
connection
deeper connection.
with ourselves and
Yeah, with ourselves
the world around us.
in the world. That's right.
I love it. This 5th agreement
It really is.
really ties it all together.
It does.
It's like the culmination
the culmination of all of it.
of the other 4.
Mm-hmm.
We're being impeccable with our words.
Yes,
We're not taking things personally.
that's right.
We're avoiding assumptions.
Avoiding assumptions.
We're doing our best.
Doing our best, all while maintaining this balance
This
of
balance.
skepticism and open-mindedness.
Skepticism and open-mindedness, yeah. It's a powerful combination.
It is a powerful combination.
But I have a confession. As much as I'm loving all this, I'm feeling a little overwhelmed.
I understand.
I mean, these are great ideas,
They are.
but how do I actually apply this to my life?
That's a common question. People struggle with this,
Yeah.
and it's important to remember
Okay.
it's a practice.
Okay.
It's not a quick fix.
Right. Baby steps.
Baby steps, exactly.
Okay.
Start by picking one agreement
Okay.
that really resonates with you
All right.
and practice it for a week.
For a week. Okay.
Yeah, and see
Apple.
how it impacts your thoughts,
Hmm.
your interactions, your well-being.
Well, maybe I pick don't take anything personally
You could.
and just really focus on that.
You could.
Not letting negativity get to me.
That's a good one.
Or maybe be impeccable with my word
Yeah.
and see how that changes my communication
Yeah.
with everyone.
The key is to focus on one.
One at a time.
Yeah. And see what you learn,
What I learned.
what challenges you face,
Right.
and what positive changes you experience.
Okay, I like that a lot better
Yeah.
than trying to do it all at once.
It's more manageable.
Yeah, it feels more manageable.
Remember, it's a journey, not a destination.
Right, we've talked about that.
We have.
There will be times when we slip up.
There will be.
We fall back into old patterns.
It happens.
So what do we do then?
Be kind to yourself.
Okay.
You know?
I'm going to beat myself up.
Don't beat yourself up.
Okay.
Just acknowledge it.
Okay.
Learn from it.
Okay.
And gently guide yourself back.
Back to the path.
Back to the new agreement.
So progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection. That's it.
And remembering that this is lifelong.
It is.
It's a journey.
Yeah, a lifelong journey.
Of growth and transformation.
Absolutely.
It never ends.
It never ends.
The more we practice these agreements,
the more they become
like
second nature.
They become who we are.
Yeah. Exactly.
This has been
really eye-opening.
I'm glad.
Empowering.
Good.
But before we wrap up,
okay.
I want to go back to something you said earlier.
Right.
About these agreements having a ripple effect.
Yes.
Like they can create positive change.
They can.
Not just in our own lives, but in the world around us.
That's right.
Can you talk about that a little more?
Sure. So imagine a world where everyone's living by these principles.
Okay.
People speaking with kindness and respect, taking responsibility for their actions,
Yeah, like
approaching differences with curiosity instead of judgment.
That sounds amazing.
It does, doesn't it? But it's also a little utopian.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Like, is it really possible?
I believe it is.
Okay.
You know, every time we choose love over fear, every time we say something kind instead of something harsh,
right.
Every time we extend compassion
instead of judgment.
Yeah, we're contributing
to that world.
To that world. That's right.
But it's not about a revolution or anything huge.
It's the small things.
It's the everyday.
Yeah, the everyday choices.
Where we interact.
Exactly. The way we interact with everyone.
The energy we put out.
The energy we put out, yes.
And as more people
awaken.
Awaken from the dream.
From the dream, that's right.
Yeah.
The more those ripples will spread.
I like that image.
Yeah.
The ripples spreading out.
Spreading out and creating change.
This has been.
It has been.
So inspiring.
I'm glad.
I feel like I'm walking away with.
I hope so.
A whole new set of tools.
A whole new set of tools, yes.
And a renewed sense of hope.
That's wonderful.
I like that.
It's all about hope.
It is.
And remember, you have the power to choose.
To choose.
The agreements that shape your reality. You have the power to break free.
To break free from the dream. From the dream and create your own life.
My own life. The life I was meant to live.
Exactly.
All right, so we're back.
We are back.
Ready to explore some even deeper concepts.
Deeper concepts, yeah.
From the Toltec Path to Freedom.
From the book.
You mentioned some things last time.
Good.
Like
Heaven on Earth?
Yeah, Heaven on Earth.
Breaking old agreements.
And breaking old agreements.
Big concepts.
Those sound pretty intense.
They are.
So let's start with Heaven on Earth.
All right.
Is this like a literal place?
Well, it's not like, a physical location.
Right.
The Toltecs use it to describe kind of a transformed world where people are embracing these 5 agreements.
Okay.
So imagine a world where people speak impeccably.
Yeah.
Don't take things personally. Assumptions are replaced with understanding.
So it's not about like floating on clouds.
Not at all.
Or anything like that.
It's about creating a better reality.
Okay. Here and now. Yeah. By changing how we interact
with each other.
With ourselves and each other.
And ourselves. That's right.
Yeah, I love that vision.
It's a good one.
But it also feels...
It feels daunting.
It can't...
Like, how do we actually get there?
Well, it starts with each person taking responsibility for their own change.
So those old agreements we talked about?
Yes, those old agreements.
Like those beliefs.
The beliefs and the patterns that hold us back.
Keep us stuck.
Yeah, in that dream.
Yeah.
We got to become aware of those.
Okay.
And start to challenge them.
So we're talking about... self-doubt.
Yes.
Negative self-talk. You know that voice that tells us...
we're not good enough.
That we're not enough.
All of that.
That's right.
Those are the things.
Those are the agreements.
We have to break free from...
Yeah, we have to break free.
And so the way we do that...
How do we do it?
Is by consciously...
Choosing new agreements.
Choosing new, more empowering agreements.
It's like we're...
Rewriting our
code.
Rewriting our code, yeah. Replacing those programs.
Replacing those old programs.
With ones that actually support us.
Yeah, that support us.
Instead of hold us back.
That's a good way to look at it.
So we become...
the creators.
Conscious creator.
Of our own reality.
Rather than just...
Instead of just being passive.
Passive recipients.
And letting it happen to us.
Of the dream.
Yeah, exactly.
I love this, but is it really possible?
Really possible.
To completely break free from those old agreements.
It's important to remember.
Okay.
It's a journey.
Okay.
Not a destination.
Right.
And there are going to be times
There are going to be times.
When those old patterns come back.
Okay, when you find
yourself reacting in those old ways.
Right.
That you thought you'd moved past.
So what do we do then?
The key is self-compassion.
Self-compassion.
Don't beat yourself up.
Okay.
When you make a mistake.
When I slip up.
When you slip up, yeah.
Acknowledge it.
Acknowledge it. Learn from it.
Okay.
And then,
Yeah.
gently guide yourself back.
Back to the path.
Back to that new
agreement.
So progress, not perfection.
Progress, not perfection. Exactly.
We've heard that before.
We have.
And remembering that this is...
It's a lifelong journey.
Yeah, a lifelong journey.
Of growth and transformation.
It never really ends.
It never ends, no.
The more we practice.
The more we practice.
These agreements.
The more natural they become.
Yeah.
They become part of us.
It becomes who we are.
Exactly.
This has been so eye-opening.
I'm glad.
Empowering.
Good, good.
But before we go,
okay,
I want to circle back to something.
Okay.
We talked about earlier.
Yeah.
This idea of the ripple effect. The ripple effect, yeah.
How these agreements can create positive change, not just in our lives, but in the world.
In the world around us.
So can you talk about that a little more?
Sure. So imagine a world where everyone's living by these principles.
Right.
Where people are kind to each other, where they respect each other, where they take responsibility for their actions.
Yeah.
Where they approach differences.
With curiosity.
Yeah, with curiosity.
Instead of judgment.
Instead of judgment.
It's a beautiful vision.
It is a beautiful vision.
But also feels kind of
utopian, maybe.
Is it really possible?
I believe it is.
Okay.
Every time we choose love over fear.
Yeah.
Every time we speak a kind word instead of a harsh one.
Right.
Every time we extend compassion.
Instead of judgment.
Instead of judging someone.
Yeah, we're contributing.
We are contributing to that world.
So it's not about
some big revolution or anything huge.
Yeah,
it's the small things.
The small everyday things.
The everyday choices.
The choices we make.
The way we interact.
How we interact with everyone.
With people.
Yes.
The energy we put out into the world.
The energy we put out, that's it.
And the more people.
And as more people awaken from the dream.
Yeah, from that dream.
More of those ripples spread.
I love that.
It's a powerful image.
I love that image of the ripple effect spreading out.
Spreading out and changing the world.
This has been an incredible conversation.
It has been. It's been great.
I know. I'm walking away with
I hope so.
A lot to think about.
Good.
A lot of hope.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah.
And
remember, you have the power to choose.
I have the power.
You have the power to choose those agreements that are shaping your reality.
Okay.
You have the power to break free.
From the dream.
From that dream.
And create the life.
Create the life you want.
I was meant to live.
Exactly.
That is what this deep dive has been all about.
It has been.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
As we explore the Toltec path to freedom.
A great book.
We hope you've enjoyed this.
I hope so.
Remember,
the journey starts with a single step.
One step at a time.
Choose your agreement.
Choose your agreement.
Start practicing.
Start practicing.
See what magic unfolds.
See what happens.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Keep exploring.
Keep exploring.
Keep questioning.
Keep questioning.
And keep creating the life you were meant to live.
That's it.